The assassin pulled the trigger. A bullet was speeding toward the female CEO at 100 kilometers per hour. In the critical moment between life and death, the owner of a small roadside stir-fry stall leapt out and tackled her to the ground, saving her life. But before they could catch their breath, the assassin fired again. Without hesitation, the man caught the bullet with his hand, then casually tossed it back. This series of fluid movements left the CEO dumbfounded, her heart filled with admiration. In that instant, she fell in love with him. Just then, another assassin suddenly jumped out from the grass. He quickly picked up a stone and threw it hard at the assassin. The stone hit the target. The assassin died on the spot, but still managed to fire his final shot, and the bullet struck the female CEO's thigh. So the man carried the CEO to the car. While treating her wound, the CEO recognized him. He was the man she had a one-night encounter with 18 years ago, and the father of the daughter she had to raise alone. But the man didn't recognize her. In just a moment, her gunshot wound was healed. Seeing this, the man prepared to leave the car, but the CEO stopped him. The man thought she was trying to scam him, and immediately accused her of being ungrateful. However, seeing his miraculous skills, and thinking of her unconscious daughter at home, she pleaded for him to come with her to save the girl. Hearing this, the man hesitated. The CEO knew he still didn't want to agree, so she emphasized again that if he agreed to save her daughter, she would accept any condition he set. Meanwhile, the elderly man was worried about his unconscious granddaughter. Even the astonishingly skilled Dr. Bai had no solution, claiming that only the Dragon Lord of the Dragon God Temple could cure the girl. At that moment, the CEO walked in with the man. The old man was surprised to see his daughter bringing a migrant worker, but the CEO explained that the man wasn't a migrant worker. He was the miracle doctor she brought to save her daughter. Before she could finish speaking, a wealthy man arrived with his entourage. Upon seeing the man, he was momentarily shocked, then mocked him for still being alive. The rich man ridiculed the man for being poor, and told him to get lost, or he'd break his legs. He immediately scolded the wealthy man for his lack of manners. The rich man became furious, and ordered his men to break the man's legs and throw him out. The CEO immediately stepped forward to stop them, but the wealthy man told her to think carefully about her situation. Her daughter's illness had stumped all the doctors. Only his personal doctor could cure her. With that, he brought out a renowned doctor. The doctor immediately mocked their country's medical technology, arrogantly claiming that the girl didn't have a strange disease, but had been struck by the nightmare curse. If she wasn't treated within 3 days, she would fall into eternal sleep. Unless she agreed to his condition, he would only treat the girl if she gave herself to him. The doctor nodded in agreement, saying that only he could cure the nightmare curse. But the man remained unimpressed. He declared that he could cure the girl's illness. The wealthy man once again mocked him, telling him to leave immediately, or he'd make sure he couldn't live a normal life. Finally, the man could no longer hold back. He angrily rebuked the wealthy man for colluding with the invaders and harming his own people. He was unworthy of the sacrifices made by the heroes who fought for the country. The wealthy man, shamelessly, grew even more arrogant and made another demand. He told the CEO that if she spent the night with him, he would agree to treat her daughter. Before he could finish his sentence, the man slapped him hard across the face, knocking 2 of his teeth out. The wealthy man, enraged, immediately ordered his bodyguards to kill the man.